Hi guys, welcome back to our channel, and welcome to Apex versus Fortnite. I guess that's what we're going to call this. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be comparing Fortnite and Apex and some of the
Yeah.
newer updates. So, yeah.
Now,
We'll start with Apex cuz it's easier for me to formulate an argument when my competitor goes first.
okay. So, okay. Huh. Apex is as you know, like
It's
a team,
team-based shooter.
20 teams of, 20 teams of 3. There's up to 60 people in a match. It's a battle royale. It has
Oh, but
twists.
it's a hero-based battle royale.
Yes, class divisions.
So,
It's a class type battle royale. Think of Overwatch. That's basically what you got.
put Overwatch characters in Fortnite.
Except of instead of I believe it's like 50 characters in Overwatch, there's only 8, which 2 you need to buy.
Well,
But
you can earn them, right?
no, you can earn the stuff to buy them.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, you can earn stuff to buy them, definitely.
And then, like, besides those two characters, all the other items are cosmetic, right?
Pretty much.
So, technically, people who have money get a slight competitive advantage.
In style. Oh, yes. Oh, it took me a second to realize what you were saying.
Alright,
Yes.
so besides those two characters, which can be purchased, there is no other competitive advantage for items that you can buy.
No. You are.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then you can also unlock weapons during matches, right? With, like, crates and such. Right?
Unlock weapons. There are, like, if you're asking, like, if you can get weapons in game, it's a battle royale. There's weapons everywhere.
Yeah, but, like, you can unlock certain weapons in, like, you know how I actually have the game. It's not out on Switch, probably going to be ever, and I have it on my PC, which I know we can't crossplay. But what happens is, I went to the weapons tab, and there's a whole area where that you can select and customize your gear.
That's how you apply the cosmetics.
Okay, so that tab only applies to cosmetics.
Yes.
Okay. And the cosmetics give no competitive advantage.
They give you style advantage. They give you style advantage. That's all you get.
So is that
That's
like
the only thing
an
you'll get.
is that like an XP buff or a damage buff or
They're the cosmetics don't really give you anything besides like Fortnite, like with the skins.
yes. They only change the color basically.
Basically.
Or look. Or yeah.
Yeah, the look. And sometimes they'll change the style of it. But yeah.
So there
And
are essentially skins and then redesigns, right?
for the classes,
Weapons.
yes.
Yes.
For classes and weapons.
Okay. So basically, it's a team-based shooter that you are required to play in squad mode that does have small amounts of pay-to-win items and has really
They're
very
not
small
major
amount.
pay to win,
Okay, but say if you were to, how much money would you need in order to purchase all items that would give you a competitive advantage?
competitive advantage.
So only the two unlockable characters that require money to unlock.
$20.
20?
$20 it would be because it's 750 of the major game currency to unlock them
And then
with it.
12,000
And
of the
it's
minor.
$10. It's $9.99 for 1,000 of it.
Okay.
So definitely $20.
Alright, so and then how long would it take in order to earn enough in-game currency in order to buy those characters?
Well, I think it goes down over time, but every single time you level up, you get 600 of the other version of in-game currency.
So you would have to level up, oh gosh, you would have to level up 200 times in order to get enough currency.
Yeah, because it's 12,000 to unlock them with the other currency.
Alright, then how long would it take to level up 200 times? Like, how many levels up a day would you be able to get?
Well, it depends on I have to say it depends on your skill level.
Well, I know
So I
that you're a pretty good Fortnite player, used to be Fortnite player, so I'm assuming that you have a decent skill level, so Would you consider yourself low, medium, or high, or pro?
Definitely medium. No, no, I definitely.
In
I'm
between
not
medium and
good.
pro?
I'm not bad. It depends on what
Or
guns I
medium
have.
and
Like if I need
high?
pistols,
So would you consider yourself like a high-end player?
no, not at all.
Well, no, because like there's high-end, so there's low, medium, high, and then pro.
I'd consider myself a medium,
Okay, so second worst.
basically.
All right, so it would require around $20 in order to essentially get the whole game, basically. And they have a founder's pass that you can buy, which is around $20. So that's the one thing. So even though it is free, so yeah. And then how long would it take in order to get that amount of money? Like how many levels up have you reached so far?
I'm currently level 18, and I only have almost 1,000.
All right. So, and how long have you been playing? How many days?
This is today, 3 days. I haven't played much today because my Xbox Live thing ran out.
So, luckily, okay, not luckily. So basically, um, it will take. So you're leveling up around 5 times a day. So it would require around 40 days of play in order to get the amount of. It would require 40 days of play in order to get the amount of tokens or coins or cash or whatever in the game that you would need in order to buy the unlockable characters, right?
Well, like in Fortnite,
It gets
the higher
harder.
you level up, the more XP you need to level up again.
So you could see yourself eventually getting to the point where it would take around maybe 2 or 3 days to get one level. How quickly would that achieve?
Well, let's see.
Or how quickly?
I'm doing it kind of in my head while we're talking. It would like different XP. Like the more kills you get, the more XP, obviously. But you also get points for finishers, revives. Obviously, that's a usual one.
Yes.
And for things that you wouldn't really consider.
And are there any other ways to get in-game currency without leveling up?
Buying them.
So the only way to get it outside of leveling up is purchasing it from the store with real cash or real money. And so you said earlier that the price of the unlockable characters goes down daily. Is that true?
Wait, price of the unlockable characters?
What's hologram guy and poison guy?
Yeah, okay. I don't know the name of the two currencies, and I'm probably gonna mess myself up a bunch of times. But there's yellow coins, and then there's the red triangles. That's what I'm gonna refer them to.
All right.
It takes 750 of the yellow coins to get one of them.
All right.
And it takes 12,000 of the red triangles to get one of them.
So basically, okay. And this game currently does not have a battle pass, right?
No. And a lot of people are actually happy that it doesn't have one.
And what's the max level up that you can actually achieve in the game? Like, because Fortnite, in each season, you can only reach a max level of 100.
Yeah, my guess is that it's also 100. I'm not certain.
Which means that it would require you to play the equivalent of 2 Fortnite seasons in order to unlock one of the unlockable characters.
Probably.
So it would require roughly around 5 months in order to unlock both of the unlockable characters.
Maybe. I'm gonna say maybe, because they might.
How often will they reset the XP counter? That's the thing that we're counting on. Because it's like,
I have no idea,
yeah,
because they have not done that.
Well, that makes sense. It's only been released for less than a week, so.
Yeah.
All right. So have we covered pretty much everything from Apex?
Not at all.
Well, no, like the actual logistics, not the gameplay or stuff.
Oh, logistics, pretty much.
Okay, now we'll talk about Fortnite. So basically, it says in the shop, and it specifically says this: there's no competitive advantage to skins and items that you can buy in the shop. Now, that is true, but not for you, because as a lot of pro players will actually say, there are certain items and picks and gliders and like skins that you will not want to play as because they either have a larger hitbox or they block view or they're super loud.
In Fortnite, yeah, I can agree with that. But
Meaning, basically, what happens is no item's going to get you any better advantage than you already have. Everything's either going to make you the same or worse. Which actually kind of sort of promotes default, because if you think about it, in most of the map, defaults have natural camouflage.
in Apex, the customization of skins can definitely assist you.
Yes.
Apex is not as wide open as Fortnite is. It's not flat fields
Alright,
like most
so
games. Apex is more of caves, tunnels, huge trees, grassy areas, and loads of buildings. Loads of buildings.
alright, so
So using
basically
camouflage is
outside
fine.
of camouflage, which technically isn't considered, we're not going to consider camouflage unless it actually makes your character invisible or is a legitimate power up in the game. We are not going to consider that an advantage.
Okay.
Just because it's not advertised as an advantage. And if that was
Okay.
true, defaults would have the best camouflage because they could just literally stand right by a tree.
Well, they're defaults.
Yeah, and they probably would do that. And then, so basically, the in-game currency, there's only one in-game currency in Fortnite, that's the standard V-Buck, and it can be
Yes.
earned when you purchase one season. If you spend your V-Bucks wisely, you are capable of actually saving up and getting the next battle pass. Or you can earn it through Save the World, which can be as cheap as $20. So, unlike Apex, where even if you do get the two characters, you can unlock the $20 version of Fortnite, you will actually get 2 free skins as long as you get the cheaper Founders Edition during certain holidays, and you will also essentially get an unlimited amount of free V-Bucks as long as you continually play regularly.
Yes. As far as like Apex does not have a quote unquote story mode as Save the World is. So that is a little bit of a beaten area for.
Yes. So we'll cover like the actual gameplay right after we're done with logistics. So then after this, there are also unlockable items that, like I said, the battle pass, if you buy Save the World, is almost completely free. Once you buy Save the World, if you play regularly, you should really not have to buy any V-Bucks.
If I remember correctly, 2 days is like 100 V-Bucks because the daily
Yes,
stuff.
and that's way shorter than actual like playing in the normal battle pass mode, even though that you do unlock 1,200 V-Bucks during each season. So if you're earning around 100 V-Bucks a day, or 50 V-Bucks a day in in Fortnite, or the battle Save the World, and then roughly another 1,200 V-Bucks every 75 days, you are earning around close to, I'd say, I can't do this in my head. You're earning around like 5,000 V-Bucks a season if you were to play Battle Royale and Save the World daily.
It also depends on how much you spend.
Yes. And then the other thing is something that is going to get nerfed, but apparently there's this new glitch where emotes actually can get you rezzed faster. That's going to get patched so quickly.
Really?
Yeah. But we'll talk about that in a little. So basically what happens is besides camouflage, the items have no competitive advantage. If you do get the purchasable version of Fortnite, which, like I said, can be as cheap as $20, over the Valentine holiday, it will be that cheap. You have essentially an indefinite well of in-game currency, so long as you play. So, not only do you essentially, once you have that, you can pretty much get every item that you want as long as you work hard enough. And that's essentially that. So now we'll actually get to the gameplay. I'll let
Yeah.
you start off with
Okay.
Apex gameplay.
Unlike Fortnite, now I'm gonna roast Fortnite and probably anger you a little bit here because I'm gonna bring up a bunch of stuff between the two games.
I'm expecting you to
So-
see you playing some Fortnite in a few days.
Reason being,
Updates. They're nerfing
I'll
explosives.
try it out, but I have no promises that I'll like permanently come back.
Okay.
Apex
Well,
has me really
Just as
on
long as you come back once in a while.
that. Yeah, I'll probably just check. I'll probably just check up like next season.
Because there's
but I
no
have
cross-platform.
Anyways, gameplay for Apex is, well, there's no building, which is people like, which is really nice, honestly, Because instead of being like, oh, I didn't build fast enough, it's like, oh, this guy outfought me, outplayed me. There we go. That's the right word. And other gameplay mechanics brings like a new. I don't think it's that new, but a good mechanic called the sliding mechanic in Apex,
Yes.
making it so that you can slide down hills,
And you can
crouch.
dodge.
Yeah,
And there's
basically
no
dodge,
fall damage.
no fall damage, which is very nice considering. Like yeah. Anyways, the bullets in the game are also pellets like Fortnite, which makes it very like you have to be a very good shot. But there's also the weapons come by themselves, but you can attach parts to them, such as stabilizers.
Scopes.
What?
Can you add scopes to them?
Yes. It depends on what kind of scopes they
And
are.
do you have unlimited ammo? Because I have
No.
seen clips where people have flown through ammo like crazy, and I don't see any visible meter on where it goes down.
The meter of where ammo is, it's either going to be on the gun where the number is, because as you shoot, it will go down until you reload.
Well,
But
I mean, like, do you have unlimited
ammo is
reloads?
no, you.
Can you
Wait,
indefinitely reload
ammo
your
is
gun?
not. Say that again. I talked over you.
So, like, if you were shooting and you were at like 2 ammo and you decided to reload, you could just reload and be at max ammo, and you could do that indefinitely.
It would depend on how much ammo you would have.
Well, does it work like
you have to put
Overwatch
ammo.
ammo? Does it look like Overwatch ammo
No.
where like everyone has unlimited ammo, they just have to reload after a certain amount of time?
You do not have unlimited ammo.
Okay.
So the one bug I do have to say with that though is that like no matter where you are, fight or not, right when you run out, the game will instantly start reloading, and it cancels sprint, which is kind of annoying.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, the ammo mechanics are pretty good.
So, let me see. Is that it pretty much for Apex?
Well, there's also in Apex there is 6 classes of guns. Sniper. Okay, well I'm pretty sure you saw this, but sniper, shotgun, SMG, AR,
Pistol?
LMG, and pistols.
Okay. There are no explosive weapons outside of grenades, right?
Yes. Or no. There are no explosives outside of grenades. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. So there are no explosives outside of grenades, which is, according to you, is a plus because you hate explosives.
I hate explosives.
So,
and like they're not even like the grenades in the game. I don't want to. They're frag grenades, but they don't really. They blow up. Never mind.
do they pretty much just one-shot anyone that they come across?
No, they won't one shot. They won't one shot, but they'll severely damage you.
Okay. So, is any weapon in the game capable of one-shot?
Probably the triple strike sniper, the triple shot sniper.
But have you ever has anyone ever one-shotted you?
Many times, but I didn't have armor on. I didn't have body armor.
Okay. So that is a difference. So I know, like most people know, in Fortnite, even with max shield, any sniper rifle will instantly eliminate you, which I think is a positive advantage because it distinguishes an assault rifle from a sniper rifle, and it is a good idea. But one thing I think they should add to Fortnite is that you should be allowed in Fortnite. I think that you should be able to res yourself. Like, if you have healing items, you should be able to use those.
And Apex, when you get downed or when you get eliminated when you're downed, you always have the chance
To respawn.
Game. Yes, a respawn mechanic.
Yes. But you spawn with no shields and no items, though.
Yeah, yes, you do not respawn with anything.
Is there a storm in Apex, like the equivalent of?
Yes, it's called the Ring. It's called the Ring because Apex is around a arena where people fight for fame.
So, okay, now to Fortnite. You drop from the battle bus and land until tilted and get a victory. That's what you do. No, but for all seriousness, there are I actually don't know how many classes of weapons there are in Fortnite, of course. So there are,
There's
according to the game,
uh,
there are consumables slash utilities, which essentially means any one-time use item or item that. Okay, so grapplers are a utility item.
they removed those
Bombs,
battle royale, didn't they?
yes, they did. So
Yeah.
like grapplers, explosives, healing items, and that kind of sort of thing are all grouped into the category of utility items. Um, There are explosives, which include rocket launchers and grenade launchers. There are sniper rifles, assault rifles, and subclass of scoped assault rifle, because honestly, it is very much different than the other two. Um, there's shotguns and SMGs and pistols, and then there's the hand cannon, which is like if you took a sniper and put it in a pistol. But
Sniper
so
pistol.
yes, there are those weapons, and yes, they can one-shot even at max shield. All snipers, and no explosives, though. But all snipers are capable of taking you out with max shield, regardless of...
If it's a headshot.
Yeah, if it's a headshot.
Speaking
What?
headshots in okay, so I have no idea like what the HP bar in Apex is because it's not like a number, it's a line that
Yes.
goes. So I honestly have no idea, but I guarantee you, the average HP is around, like the max is definitely 200. I definitely know that. Like
And then
shield,
shield also works differently, because you have 3 different cells, and then you have to refill each cell individually.
there's a max of four cells.
Oh, okay. Depends on the
That
character, right?
no, it depends on the armor.
Oh, alright.
White armor gives you two, like, which is like obviously like common armor, which is 2 bars. Rare armor, blue, 3 bars. Purple, epic, 4 bars. And then there's legendary, which is also 4 bars, but it absorbs more damage.
Okay. So, yeah, so basically, now unlike the Apex map, there are buildings, but um it is a lot more open, which makes it honestly fights are a lot easier in Fortnite, mostly because there's like you already said there's a bunch of open ground. It
Yes.
also allows for it makes it so that hiding is not as easy, but it also makes it so that
Building.
it makes it for building to be much more easier. So you take higher defensive for less secretive, I guess.
Yeah.
And if you have the right materials or weapons, you can make a very good base. So
See, in Apex, you have to rely on your
natural
skill.
cover.
Yeah, natural cover, skill, and weaponry.
And then
Now,
wait, you can also
I
only
love
pick
the
up
person
one weapon at a time,
as
right?
a wingman, but it's hard. The game is difficult. I will say that, but it's very rewarding.
Okay. So then you can only pick up one weapon, right?
2. You can pick up a max of 2.
Okay. So and then in Fortnite you can pick up to 5 weapons and your pick, which technically is a weapon. So
Yes. And which in Apex you punch people, which is actually somehow does more damage than a pistol. Well,
what?
yeah, punching in Apex will do 30 to 40 damage, which is crazy because that basically means someone can just 3-shot you with their fist or their leg.
3-punch
Basically,
man.
think of Halo.
Yeah.
Halo when you punch someone with a gun.
Punch someone in the back of the head.
Yeah, pretty much.
Watch Matt Pat. Okay.
Oh yeah, 'cause you did an entire video on that like a few years ago, didn't you?
Yeah. So, basically, okay, now we'll talk about some of the updates and other things. Now, unlike Apex, every character in Fortnite Battle Royale doesn't have a special ability. Now, this makes it so that regardless of what skin you're playing as, you always have an equal or less than ability than the other player. So,
Well, hitbox is always a thing in Fortnite because how big the skin is determines.
yes, that's the thing. Meaning, essentially, either it's so like say if there's a bar, you can never go above it. You can only go slightly under it, but most people stay at the bar.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, so it's like if some people like say it's like 6 foot tall, most people There's some people, like, say if everyone was 6 foot tall, but then there's like an occasional person that's shorter, and no one's ever grown taller than 6 foot.
That'd be a crazy world.
Yes. So that would be that. But most people would be 6 foot tall, and then there'd be a few outliers, which include Giddy Up and Yeehaw. But
Isn't DJ Yonder like 6 feet tall?
no, I don't know.
He looks like a taller character. It might just be his helmet. Because he's the character I used to use all the time.
You still use him.
I don't play the game, so therefore I don't.
Okay.
Or
sometimes. So let me see. Well, in the newer update.
Wait, quickly. The abilities of the characters here.
But
the abilities usually range from tracking, which is Bloodhound, to the gas grenades of Caustic, which I just call Bane because he wears the mask.
Mm-hmm.
But the abilities won't give you a straight victory because it's decently balanced actually. The abilities won't be like, I have this character, I'm gonna win, because everyone else will have other characters that can counter that. Each ability can cancel out another person's ability. Basically.
So it's kind of like Team Fortress 2, where like spies specifically counter like medics and heavies, and scouts take out Demo Man. I forget exactly how it works, but like in Team Fortress 2, every single character has a counter to them.
Such as, okay, I'm gonna quote something quickly. Such as, let's say there is a, how do I say this? Let's say there's a wraith that's teleporting around, and you don't know where they are, but they're around you. Bloodhound can just use his
tracking ability.
Not tracking ability. He can use, I believe, not Call of the Hunt, but his second special ability, which will scan the area for players even if they're behind a wall.
Yeah, the one that allows him to see through walls.
We could just find them, he'll find them. Now, it won't show them moving, but it'll show them the general area that they're in.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've seen some of that gameplay. So, yeah, and that's a slight disadvantage, but even though I actually said this before Apex came out, but I personally think that they need to add special abilities to Fortnite. Because, like, in Battle Royale, they still have those, but, like, the Ice King is too strong to not have special abilities.
I mean, that's like saying Fire, like, the prisoner who is the Fire King, as far as who is the Fire King, can have, like, fire breath or something.
Sort of. Defaults have super stealth. They instantly get transformed into a bush. Well, no, it's like basically like how it would work is there'd be like a certain achievement that you'd have to do, like for the ice, like depending on how strong the character is, the harder it would be to unlock the special ability. Meaning, like the more powerful the special ability, the harder it would be to use it. Like say if like there's a really powerful character like the Ice King, where what he would do is that he might like create a shield out of ice that doesn't take damage. Instead, it slowly melts away. Meaning it can take unlimited damage, but it slowly melts. But like say it would only be able to be used like once every 2 eliminations during a match.
I see your point.
But like the default, like you have to do a certain amount of damage to like objects or something, and then you get an instant bush transform or something like that.
Snowman.
Or like it could like increase pickaxe damage or something like that by like multiple percent. Or like temporary damage buff or temporary speed increase.
We all know defaults, no matter what, are magical.
Yes. And like they still like it would be so easy to balance because like if it's a super hard ability to use, just make it really hard to achieve.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, this is just my ideas, so. Alright, is that it?
As far as I can bring up that's not going into extensive detail, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna cut this episode here, guys. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and visit my 3 other channels and subscribe to PewDiePie. 2 other channels.
Down with T series.
Yes. See you guys next time. Bye.